What's up?
What's up?
Welcome to episode.
Episode what? Was it 27?
Yeah,
Something like that?
come on, Adrian. That's where you're at, bro. That's all. I was hoping you would just cue that, and then we'll cue it up from there. Welcome back to HVAC.
My
KNIGHTS
bad. Welcome back to the HVAC Knights. My mic was muted, actually.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another Thursday therapy session, as I like to call it.
That's
I
good.
thought it was a people's show.
The People Show. We got a lot of names for the show.
We are the show, so you know.
Help us pay the bills. Go to CameraCityMail.com. Use the HVAC Knights 10.
Fucking hold on. Let's just.
So,
Wait a minute.
I don't know what he's trying to show, but
Woo, look at them legs.
You like them boys? Yeah, they don't get out much, but you know what I'm saying? We just wear pants, but those were the Camel Cities, Dan Marino Wolves.
there you go.
All right,
Y'all say Dan Marino so often. I don't know what kind of it really is.
Merino wool.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Well, we
They
got
said they're going to officially change the name.
Yeah, they should, and I will gladly take a cut.
So Jake, right before we got on, what happened to your nose?
Fuck, dude. All right, so I'm doing an evaporator coil, right? It was Goodman. So like I go to pull the coil out the box and put the flaps down, and as I'm pulling it up, the flap comes up and I go down and it hits me right in the nose.
See, I thought you were gonna say the coil hit you.
No. Just the cardboard box is very rigid, very stiff box. They reinforced it very well. So shout out to Goodman for that. But I'm sitting there, and I knew it was like that. And then I'm sweating and like the salt and all that. I'm like, son of a bitch. And I'm wiping it, and I'm talking to the customer. And this was actually yesterday. This happened, and then it got worse today. I guess I just scratched it, and the customer was like, "We're just holding a whole conversation." He's like, "Got a scratch on your nose." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." He goes, "You're bleeding." I'm like, "Oh, all right." You know what I mean? I was like, "Thanks for noticing." Real story is my wife hit me. So,
oh,
It's that brutal box.
yo, dude, that box bitch got me good. That's the truth.
yeah. No, I'm the same way. If I get any cuts or anything on my face, I always end up rubbing and then just making it worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And probably
how the hell?
It's hard to keep your hands off your face.
dude, right? And when the
It's hot as hell right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say, boy. It was we had 5 yesterday with
I was about to say Kurt's over there wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, must be nice, bud.
That's because it's 62 degrees in my house.
Yo, why is it so cold?
Okay.
It ain't that cold, but it's cold.
I was seeing if you had something else there going on.
No, today was overcast and cloudy. There wasn't a whole lot going on.
I had a change out yesterday, and we've been getting like the thunderstorms at night. So like in the morning, early in the morning, it was real nice. Thankfully, it carried over. Cloudy most of the morning, and we got the outside knocked out. When the sun came out, I had to go inside and finish the inside out.
Hell yeah. Solid. Love it.
But other than that, it's been like 110 and up.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't even summer yet.
Bro, it is summer, dog.
See, now every time somebody comes down here from even up north in Texas, I always ask them like, "So, what do you think of the weather? Like, how compare it to yours?"
Yeah.
No, man, it's not this hot up there. Like Texas is so big, right?
Mm.
And I'm just thinking about it because I had a really stupid comment earlier that like, why am I complaining, and a lot of profanities. And I'm like, dude, where are you from, right? And like he just danced around there. He's like, oh, I'm from. I want to say he said it was swamp hot, or I don't know what the hell he said. And I'm like, that doesn't tell me anything, dude. I was like, my dash was reading 120 degrees the other day, high humidity. I mean, it's not the worst here. I'm sure there's other places, California, places like that are like this. Florida, I know, gets like this too.
Maybe Death Valley.
But like some places are just hot. I live in one of them.
You know what gets you? It's the humidity.
That's always in my head now.
That's just too funny. But we had 105 yesterday, but it was like 96% humidity. So that's where it's like swamp ass galore. And then, but today was, I mean, it was probably 97, but the humidity was low. It was like it was okay. Like I still sweat, but it was tolerable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whenever
God, y'all
somebody
making me feel guilty.
Yeah, you should be.
whenever somebody like tells me that I'm complaining or that it's not that bad, I was like, I would just love for you to come work down here for a day and see how you like it, you know?
For sure. Kurt, you'll
We
have it soon now. You'll have it soon.
Yeah, we're getting our heat a little bit at a time.
Hell yeah.
We hit 93 the other day.
Okay. Getting a little something in now.
For us to break I would say 105 is rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll happen. Especially I know Atlanta's further north, but it seems like they get hotter and they get colder.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they ain't much further. What are they? 2 hours north of you, maybe 3?
3 hours.
Okay. It's so
I was
crazy.
gonna say when it's under 105 here, it's actually a nice day.
Yeah, right. That's something like, yeah, we're good. Yeah.
101, perfect. You know, I'll take that over 110 or whatever it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, it gets rough. Like this weekend was one of those suffocating hot days where it's just like heavy outside. You know what I'm saying?
I can deal with the heat, except for like if I'm in a hot attic or something in the middle of a hot day like that. That gets rough.
I was gonna ask you guys because I don't do attics. Like, have you guys ever checked the temp in the attic that you're working in?
Yes.
What does it get up to?
I've checked it as high as 145. In an unvented attic,
Oh,
and that's hot. You can't be up there for very long.
Do you I don't know, do you take breaks? You get out of the attic?
Oh yeah.
Back? Yeah.
For example, like if I have to do an evaporator coil, I'm not going to be up there no more than 10, 15 minutes at a time.
Oh, okay. I've always wondered that because I don't have to deal with that, and I just choose not to. But I would assume the smart way to go about it is to be in and out. You know.
Yeah, well, like you can snatch the evaporator out.
Yeah.
In one session, get it put in, and maybe take a little break to go back and solder it, button everything up, get out, start pulling the vacuum, then go back up and hook your drain up. I mean, just don't stay up there for long periods.
Yeah, because like with me, as long as I stay covered somehow, right? Some people put up a canopy or an umbrella. I'm very bad about it, you know, most days, and I end up like today. Some people saw me and they're like, "You look like you've been out in the sun." I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't take my umbrella the other day, you know." And when you're outside, as long as you just keep shaded, you're fine most of the time.
Yeah, it helps. It certainly helps. Even that little hat y'all see me wear.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It shades the back of my neck and my face, and it helps.
I was gonna say like a regular like baseball cap or trucker hat doesn't really do much in the sun.
That's why I got this long hair. You know what I mean? Covers it like no bullshit. Like even though it does get hot, I do pull it up though when it gets real hot out, but it does cover my neck because your boy's very fair skin. He's got that, you know, that Irish, German Irish blood, you know.
Have you ever checked I asked Kurt like the temp?
I want to say like I've never measured it. I mean, I definitely obviously, you know, 150s at, you know what I mean? Never did anything more.
I feel like I need to start checking that now because I'm
just
like,
for yeah.
Just like what
I checked.
I'm like, what are the conditions that we're working in, you know?
I checked in one attic not long ago. It was 70 degrees outside, and it was already 120 degrees up there.
And he was like, bleh. Yeah, it's some ass, dude.
But that's an unvented attic. The unvented ones are just brutal.
I love getting them ones with the icing and all that, boy. The spray foam. Sign me up. And there's a lot of those down here because there's a lot of energy homes or whatever. I mean, they're ass, but yeah. Straight up.
Swamp ass season.
Tis the season.
Yeah. Sam, I'm like an hour or so away from the the Gulf Coast or the beach, and yeah, humidity in the morning is like 90%. It'll die down, but it's still very high. But today I went to Insco. We had I don't know what you call those, like a counter day or appreciation day, whatever it is. They had food and all the vendors there.
That's the best.
Ben Pohl came down, and I asked him because he's from Austin, and there was another guy that runs the Insco stores in Texas, and he's from like a little bit north of Austin. Yeah. And those were the guys that I was asking. They're like, no, this is freaking hot, dude. And we were out there eating. My dad went by and everything. We had tacos in the back, and the inside was very well. It was like it had to be in the 60s. Like they had it low. Cool. And one of the guys that came from up north, he's like, I don't know how y'all ate over there. He's like, I was already sweating my ass off. I was like, dude, that was actually nice compared to what I'm used to.
No idea.
You get a climate to it. Like people up north, I see them working on rooftops in snow this deep, and they're talking about it 0 degrees, and I'm like, what?
I would die in that.
And they're not wearing gloves or anything. I'm like, how do you do that?
So I used to do that shit, right? And like I remember the worst day, bro. It was like I want to say it was not negatives, but it was single digits. But the wind chill, bro, it was the fucking worst, dude. And I was so pissed. And we were taking off an old rooftop, and it was all like that tar shit for the ductwork onto the whatchamacallit, the rooftop. And I just was trying to get it off and beat in, just fucking hit the coil, and it was just like, oh my god, fuck it. And it was just cold as shit. Yeah. But I see them, I couldn't do what they do.
I see them sometimes when I watch the videos, and I'm just like, man, that looks brutal.
Yeah.
So you don't miss that, Jake?
Nah, dude. That's why
for the Florida.
Yeah, that's why we're here, you know.
Or either it's like half rain and half snow. It's wet cold up there.
It's just slush. Yeah. I don't miss it, man.
That's what I hate the most. Like when we get cold weather here, I'm like, I'd rather it be like a dry cold. Like I hate when it's like raining and like freezing out.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
And it happens often here. Yeah, I hate it.
And like what we have, I guess it would be the same climate as you. Is like the humidity. Even when it's cold, it's like there's still humidity in the air, so it's like shitty. You know what I mean?
You guys on YouTube?
Who is this that don't know we're on YouTube?
I don't know. Oh, they're watching from Facebook. Yeah, go look up Reliable HVACR. Go look up HVAC Guy, and go look up Koolin with Krauss.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's like that's where we are. We just happen to be other places.
We're broadcasting everywhere.
Oh, is that what you're doing? You got it all across all the platforms?
I got it on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Hell yeah.
People watch. And that reminds me, I went to Insco, right? We hung out there. It was, a little shindig. And I went over, well, before that I was like getting parts. My morning was kind of easy. It was getting parts, getting quotes, getting prices, like hopping around supply houses. And then like I went back to my Johnstone, and the guy, it took him a while to get to his point. And he's like, dude, I was, trying to educate myself on this HVAC stuff, because you know how they hire just like anybody and they kind of just train them, I guess, at the counter. And he said he was looking up YouTube videos and all this and that, and then finally he's like, I came across your videos. He's like, love your videos, helped a lot, this and that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. He could have like started with that, because I didn't know what the hell you're getting to.
Yeah, right. Like long-winded ass story. Like,
yeah. So funny enough, every now and then they do find them, because right now it's a whole new like crew that's been there for a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then, like the previous ones had found me too. Like, when you go searching for HVAC, certain people pop up,
There's a supply house in Tifton that everybody there watches my videos.
Mm-hmm.
Except the girl that works on the counter. And every now and then I'll call up and I'll ask her, I say, do they still watch my videos? She goes, every day.
Every day.
It used to be weird for me, but I'm like, yeah, I'm on YouTube.
It is what it is. I try to.
But I went
don't
back
know.
to drop off the magazines that Ben had brought down. So I was like, well, if you guys are into this kind of stuff, here's the HVAC Tactical magazine. Check everybody out.
Oh, there we go. Who's on the cover?
This one is Zach.
Hmm.
He's
I didn't
a
know
good
if it was
spot.
gonna be big dog Lou. You know what I'm saying? The Boiler Man.
He was on the.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's
Remember
right.
when we went? The catalog, or whatever it's called.
Yeah. I haven't seen the newest ones. I don't know. Just curious.
They're gonna be quarterly, so like four issues a year, I think.
That's
Solid.
like I was speaking. I told you I was speaking with Billy Spone.
Big Bill. Or so that's the young. Is that Junior?
That's
Junior.
little Bill.
I just met him. I don't know his dad either. So
You don't know Bill? Huh.
No, I didn't know who he was.
Kurt, look, man, I'm gonna give you a little tip. All right, because I know all about the brand deals. I'm gonna let you know what you do. It's the same as when you go to get a job, right? You look them up, you study that motherfucking business, and you name drop every mother. Nah. Like, oh yeah. No, I'm just kidding, Kurt. Obviously, you're doing well. Continue. I'm sorry.
Well, when he came on, I said, "Well, who am I speaking to?"
Yo, and who the fuck are you?
Well, I didn't know who he was.
I know, it's funny.
And
They started it.
Come to find out, he's telling me that he's seen more of my videos than some of the people they've been sponsoring all this time.
Facts, bro. That's why I'm like,
And I'm like,
taking you so long.
Dude, what took you so long?
Facts.
Wait, what did he say?
He said he's seen more of my videos than the people that they're sponsoring.
What the hell? All right.
Bro, you about to start eating, dog. Just don't start selling like don't be all like Mr. GE or anything like that and selling weird systems.
Oh, that looks just like a Gree.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, come on, bro.
They're I'm seeing more of those now.
I'm sorry, dude, but I know exactly who you're talking to.
Like, yo, hey, bro.
Well, there's a few of them now.
It's weird, but I mean, everybody's doing, but every manufacturer is getting in every space in the game. You know what I'm saying? But just having stuff readily available, if you're going to start putting that in and slinging it, you better have fucking shit that you can get same day, next day.
So have you guys ever, or do you know much about the GE stuff? I didn't even know they had equipment.
It looks just like a Gree.
Yeah, all that shit looks pretty similar. I noticed.
I've never come across a GE unit.
I'm telling you, it's almost got to be made by Gree because he took it apart and showed pictures of it. It looks identical to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all probably all.
I think we have a supply house that is like that's their brand, but I've never been to that supply house.
What supply house?
Baker
has a weird name. No,
I choke. No, that's a pipe. That's plumbing, but whatever. Same concept, right?
But yeah. So I was at Insco and the Ream and Rude, some head honcho
now that's a brand I can get behind right there.
Yeah, but remember I had the issue that I couldn't get a damn coil.
Sounds like a personal problem, bud. Go ahead. It
so
like
you're not a dealer, or what's the deal?
Well, I'm not a dealer, so I have to get it through somebody, right?
Either or, but so what they end up saying?
So I told the dude that he's like, I'm from Ream Rude. What's going on?
Yeah,
and I was like, well, funny enough, the guys here at Insco, because I had to call them out, told me that I could not get a coil, right? They told me that they're looking for it, and they just told me no. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to say, right? I just like, okay, thank you, bye.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's ridiculous. He's like it should never be a no. You'll get a lead time, but he's like, no, that's dumb. They're being lazy. I don't know why. Like he went off on a tangent there, and I'm like, all right. He's like, just send me I need to text them out. He's like, send me the info and we'll get you that. Cause I told him, I was like, it's a 20, that one was a 2017. I was like, you're telling me that they got to replace a unit like within that time frame, 5 to 7 years? He's like, no. So I don't know. Hopefully I got through and we'll be able to get something because I have 2 units that are leaking.
I've seen it happen with a Linux.
With what?
A Linux package unit that had to be replaced because
couldn't get anything. Did you do a video on that?
No.
I thought I saw.
I did.
And how old was that unit?
It was still under the 5-year warranty.
Damn.
But did they honor it, or is that what ended up happening?
This, this was a home warranty call.
Oh, okay.
So after I diagnosed and billed out, I'm not real sure what happened.
True story.
The home warranties at that point is supposed to step up and replace it because they can't fix it. But I don't know if they did or not.
I will say
No,
things
but
have
like,
definitely gotten a lot better though since COVID. You know, getting stuff, which is
well, the guy told me that they still can't, you know, get things out, right? So he's like, if anything, it would have been like a 6 to 12 week lead time on it. He's like, but we should be able to get you the coil.
what
He's
I
like,
would.
our design hasn't changed much. It should be the same coil we've been using and still use. I was like, I know they all look identical to me, but they told me no.
When I because usually it is the condenser coils that I've had an issue with, and then I had one blower motor
They're
in the past 2
shit,
years.
yeah.
But what I do is I repair that bitch. I know we talked about this on the last show. I'll repair it and I'll still get the warranty coil, and that way, within that time frame, we can at least get them some sort of cooling aspect. You know what I'm saying? They'll pay for the repair,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back and then we'll do some sort of way to get it.
Well, I have that
still.
one. I have that one that has that stupid putty. I haven't tried to take it off yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Just put some more on.
What? Oh,
Like,
pile it on.
yeah, it's fuck it.
I didn't quite understand how bad that was until I saw the picture.
You saw the video, right?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
He's like,
I was like, dude, the guy used like I don't know how much
all
of
of
it.
it.
Like, yeah.
he just
Like,
went to
after-
the supply house and just said, "I'll take it all."
I was like, man, I'm about to, because I don't know if you can heat it up and get it off. Like, I was like, if not, I'm about to grind it and cut it out or something, because you know. But have you? So then, Jake, have you done a lot of aluminum repairs? Because that's the issue that I'm having.
All the time. That's all I ever do.
How do you do that?
Did I? Yeah, no, it was Riley.
I was gonna say it must have been Riley.
Nah, negative. I haven't done it, but generally they're copper.
Oh,
You know,
because real
Get your
quick,
own
I've talked to
rooftop.
several people and like nobody's really like done it confidently, right? What I would love to do is get a scrap coil and try to practice on it or something, because I hardly ever see them, but like they always leak.
Yeah. Well, they got them special rods and all that.
in residential, most of the time it's easier to just replace the coil.
All day long, yeah.
Exactly.
I got a kit just in case I want to try it one day.
That's true.
But you know,
I have a
if
kit
it's
too.
on the micro channel,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
seems like that would be hard to do.
My the homie George, I know he had one. This was at our old company. The dudes, they were doing an install. When they were doing it, they hit the fucking micro channel. Didn't say nothing. They knew they did, but he went back out there and he just patched it up real quick and got it. It was a brand new unit, so obviously we've got to fucking fix it. And yeah, he fixed it up with that special kit. So,
I had one.
No experience here.
We're talking about, you know, work things at Insco, and there's certain companies that have called us out like 4 or 5 hours out, and they want us, somebody else already diagnosed it or something like that, or their maintenance guys, whatever it is, and they want us to go do the work, right? And it's like compressor replacements and this and that. So one time I went out there for I want to say they condemned 2 compressors on this unit, right? Which is already a little fishy. So I go out there, and then you know, they just want us to put in the compressors. I'm like, all right. I was like, I really don't think these compressors are bad, right? We couldn't run it because it was flat. And I did a quick ground check and all that, continuity check, and I'm like, this thing's not grounded. I don't know what you found. Like, no, just do it. Just change them out, this and that. So then, like, during our pressure test, I hear a loud hissing sound, right? And I go over and I took off the Hell guard because it's a Train RTU that had the guard on the coil and everything. And I took it off, and there's a big slice down the middle. So I think what happened was that somebody was trying to remove the guard.
Yeah, and they just fucking took that bitch.
Flipped.
That's exactly, bro. Speaking of which, that's what they ended up fucking doing, because it was a train when they were putting that bitch together. Boom.
I was like, I'm pretty sure this is what happened. And I'm like, new compressors are not going to solve this.
we'll put them in.
Well, I'm not. I didn't say no to the money. So
straight up, like,
I have done a repair that somebody else diagnosed when I've only done it one time, and I regretted it.
Yeah, I get asked all the time, and I hate it.
And I think it was like an evaporator coil somebody diagnosed, and this is one of these vertical P-tacks in a hotel.
Oh yeah.
And they said, evaporator coil's leaking, will you come change it? And I was like, I really no, we already know what the problem is.
Yo.
So this is a
Heard that so many times.
when I needed the work, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I went and I ordered the evaporator coil. I changed it.
Did you do a video on it?
2-3 weeks later, they called me back and say it ain't cooling. It's low on Freon, and it was leaking at the capillary tubes at the distributor.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them what it was, and they got mad at me. I'm like, hold on just a second. I didn't diagnose it. You paid me to
do
the evaporator coil.
You definitely did a video on that, yeah?
That's before I was doing videos.
You had one very similar, I remember, though. Something, same thing.
Oh, yeah, that happens. There's been one where I fixed one leak, and it leaked somewhere else, and they didn't.
So we just had that same issue, right? So we get there. It's frozen up, but we're able to find the leak. Got a couple hits at the evap, bada bing, bada boom. Next day, go out, change it. I want to say it was about a week and a half later. It's flat again, but this time it's in the condenser. George did this one. I said, he's like, what's the step? I said, yo, we go charge him for a leak repair. And they call back, you were just here, yada, yada, yada. It's like, no. This is a separate issue. Like, maybe we can cut you a break on the refrigerant, but you're still going to pay because, one, there was a leak in here, and this is a separate, you know what I mean? And then, two, the dude's running the fucking AC when it's froze up. So outside, it cracked off the discharge line where it usually does on a Rude. But you know what I mean? But you got to hit. I mean, it is what it is. I know it's a shitty situation, but those things become frail and weak at those points when they're already structurally. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
I tell you what, I'm gonna tell you a situation. Over the winter, this woman had a condensate line that ran over her kitchen from a condensate pump.
Was it copper?
Copper froze and it bust. She cranks up her air conditioner. She starts seeing a wet spot in her ceiling. Called us out there. We found out what it was. We got to run a new line, but it's at a very low roof. And we told her, look, do not run your air conditioner until we get back and fix this.
Bruh.
We get back and the whole kitchen is just covered in water.
Yeah.
And then my guys, they got to crawl on top of that stuff in the insulation with a really low roof.
Yep.
And some of it came through the ceiling. And she's talking about, she calls me up saying, and then she shows me pictures where her whole ceiling fell in. Talking about, you going to pay for this and all that stuff. And I was like, I told you not to run your air conditioner.
Bro.
But you know what I ended up doing? I ended up just turning it over to my insurance company and let them deal with it.
Yeah.
I was like, look, this is what happened. She wants to make a claim. If y'all want to pay it, go ahead.
Yeah. That's always a hard one. I've told plenty of customers, do not run this. We try to make a sign or something and, out of commission or something, but they always ends up back on at some point.
Oh yeah.
Well, I had one time where the TXV was clogged up it was clogged up.
Right. His bucket.
TXV was clogged up. I told them not to run it. I told them not to run it.
Get out.
I send my tech over there to fix it. I told him, run it in reverse. Make sure it runs. And if there's a clog in the TXV, I want it to get caught in the dryer. So run it in reverse before you go replacing the TXV. He gets out there, replaces the TXV, and then the compressor is shorted. I was like, I told you to run it before you did.
Boom. Damn. I had the one where compressor, you know, sound like rocks in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And so
love those.
and this is when I was first starting to like figure things out, I guess. And replaced the compressor. It ran, and then a couple days later, it did the same shit. And now, regardless, you know what I mean? When that shit happens, it's like we're replacing the TXV as well. Like just right off the rip, we know that, you know what I mean? But yeah, and you gotta go back out there and I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like fuck, man. But learning curves, baby. That's what we here for.
Yeah, like this one. They try to repair before replacing the coil. Sometimes you just do what's easier or what's best for the customer, or quicker. Because that one that I said that they sliced the condenser coil, I don't know what happened. I offered to repair it, but we did it. We went out there on a quoted job, right? I was not going to do anything extra unless I had the money.
Outside of the scope of work, yeah.
Unless I had the payment there. So I guess they were like, well, you know, we'll take care of it. So
yeah,
let them deal with it.
All day long.
That was 5 hours out, so I was like, I'm ready to go. You know.
Oh my word! I wouldn't go that far.
You got paid, bud.
Oh yeah, like
there's
a trip fee. There's everything that goes into that, and
that's a fucking day, bro.
Yeah, 3 or 4 of us went out there because they had several.
Where was it at? Like north, south, east, west? That's what I was about to say. Like, take the family, bro, go on a trip. like
I've thought about that too. Yeah. This was 5 hours, kind of west up north.
Okay. Yeah. So over there in that area, which is that other state. I don't know.
Riley's wanting to play y'all.
Yo, what up, big ride dog?
Usually he's half asleep right now.
I don't blame him. I'm fucking feeling the effects.
Yeah, we did a change out yesterday. I think I posted in my stories. I might do like a little clip of it or something, but it was, well, for one, I prefer commercial. You guys that do split systems, change outs, installs, I'll give you guys, you know, your credit on that. I don't like doing them at all. We had to put in a the system that we took out was much smaller. The new one, I can't even tell you what brand it was. I forgot who bought it, but it was.
You don't know what the new brand was?
Armstrong, or I don't know, something like that.
It's probably GE or something.
So the new one was taller. We had to go get the frame redone, and then we got that done. We had to go put it in. We had to take off. It was in a closet, right? So it sounds easy, but actually this closet was up against a walk-in box that they had built.
They built around that bitch, yeah.
In the kitchen. I'm like, why? All right. Had to take off the doors, remove the doors. Old one getting out wasn't too bad. We just had to make a sharp turn because it was thinner sideways, right? Got it out, then it barely fit out. Get the new one in. The new one's a lot thinner all around, but it's much taller. So then we have to deal with that. And
you can't get to the ductwork on the top to seal it. And
the closet was enclosed, right? So it's only one guy on each side, and that's it. Like, we didn't even have anybody in the front or in the back to kind of help teeter it because we had to put it at an angle
to like slide it up. Yeah.
And that thing was heavy, dude.
Well, that's when you you take out the blower. You take out the coil.
I told my dad, I was like, the only other way is if we disassemble this thing and build it in place.
Yeah.
But
that's what everybody does.
We went the hard route.
The Carrier products, it's like their 3 tons are now much bigger than their old 3 tons. They had the slant coils in them.
Oh yeah.
And I replaced one time, and I look at the size difference, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna have to build a whole new plenum and everything because this thing's huge.
Call them big backs, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, one of our guys redid the duct and plenum, but it wasn't that bad.
But you know, when you try to go back like for like, you hope it's going to be an easy job.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. Like on residential, I think you do more like modifications and custom kind of work to get, or like at least when you're going from an older equipment, you know, to get it in there. And it took us most of the day, but I mean, we got it in there. It was just a lot of rerouting, and the old one was piped in super nasty. Like, had like on the outside going to the condenser. I mean, the wall was right there, the line set was right there, the unit's right there. It freaking had like 5 or 6 couplings and elbows just to get to
Yeah,
the
bro. Yeah.
just to get to the damn unit. I'm like, why?
Bro.
I just cut all that out and bent in a little
Well, back in the
nighty
day,
there.
bro, fittings was the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That many fittings.
I don't use fittings, bro. Like so I did one this week, and I had to I basically made a big old U to get it around because they had a bunch of street 90s in together, and it was, I mean, whatever. It was a 20-year-old system, so they did a good job at whatever. But just to make it work, yeah, I'm with you, bro. It was like you always look at this old shit and you're like, damn.
But yeah, every now and again you come across some old stuff and you think, damn, that looks pretty good. I've seen some
Sometimes.
stuff. Sometimes.
Yeah, right.
I got to tell you though, most of the work around here is just
ass.
It is junk.
Real quick, Austin, we go live every Thursday, so make sure to tune in.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, man, like you see more bad jobs than good ones.
Austin. Yes. You do too. I've seen you walk up on some stuff that looked janky.
Like I said, I wish I had started my channel like a year or two before, because man, I ran into some really
clusters.
Yeah, that some of these like almost broke me, honestly. Like, bro. My God. But that one that we put in, that AC unit, that was a customer that got fed up with their previous company, and I always hate, we've talked about a couple of guys, the DIY stuff and all that. I hate the attention that all the bad techs get, right? Because then it's like, oh, they're all scams or all bad. But it does happen. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about it, because we got this job because they got tired of the previous company, right? We're taking apart the condenser. I looked in the panel. The dude wrote the company name, signed his name and everything, all proud.
Yeah, it was
whatever.
Damn.
And I was like,
maybe he was a good one though, and it was somebody else, No,
I was like, I know that company. My dad's like, he's a real
fucking piece of
work. Yeah. And I was like, well, what happened? And he told me that, okay, they had like a walk-in box issue, right? So the guy went to go replace a defrost timer. So Jake, I don't know if you ever had to, look up parts or anything. That's like an $80 to $100 part for us.
Okay.
Right? The dude charged almost $1,500 to change one out, right?
Solid.
And it is just a timer with like, I don't know, what is
4
it?
or
Like
5
five connections.
Well,
yeah.
Well, let me ask you, what do you charge?
It's just the like we have a.
You don't have a. Yeah,
it's not a rate. It's not a rate. We usually go 1.5 over what it is, and then like our labor, which honestly would have been like an hour and a half. So what, like a couple $100?
Okay. Yeah.
Versus 1,500.
My man making that cake.
Yeah, so he got it going. I want to say the way he described it might have been like a leaking Schrader or something like that. I don't know what it was. Charged the hell out of it. Call back a couple weeks later, or a week, or I don't know what it was, on the weekend. Went out there and easy peasy. Went out there and charged overtime rate and all this. It was another like $300-$400.
Same system.
Admitted to them that it was just a loose wire. I was like, this dude like straight up just said that. I was like, he just installed it. Like, yeah. So who left the loose wire, right? Him.
Yeah.
Charged him and everything. And then my dad was telling him like, why did you pay it? The thing is, it's a mom and daughter that run these 2 stores.
That's
right,
shit, man.
And I was like, oh man, they were just taking advantage of them, right? Because they don't know what he's talking about, and he's just up there upselling. So there are people like that out there. It just sucks.
Yeah.
Yo, if I know you got the money though, like if it was like a big company, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tax them a little bit more probably. You know what I mean? I'm just being real, but
you gotta tax for.
I will adjust the fucking prices just like that, man. Yeah, nah, like. you want to help people out as much as you can, especially like a small business like that. Like
And
they
they are super nice, dude. Like I
yeah.
said, they're older, like it's a mom and daughter, but she brought us pan dulce and everything that morning.
Oh, I
Like she
love
brought us
Bandusa.
snacks, and they fed us there because it's a sandwich shop. I was like, dude,
Solid.
they're like, do you want anything else? Like they're that kind of people.
Everything.
And
Yeah,
like, do you
right.
need anything? Yeah. I
For
was like,
sure, dude.
man.
Nah, you gotta take care of those people, man. Like, there's no sense in fucking breaking them over the coals, bro.
Watch out for Handy Andy.
Junk in a truck.
There's so many names for that.
Chuck in the truck. That's the one. Uncle Buck. You know.
Exactly, Mike. No charge. That's a callback. There's no
That's
way
what I
around
would
it.
have done. I would have just said, "Sorry, guys. That's on me."
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, I just did that last video. The shorted wide, like it. Fucking, that was me, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
If I have to go back out there, and we try to make sure they understand, like if it's something that we did, don't worry about it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
If it's like something that happened down the line, you replace, like if I replace a timer and then I go back for a leak, of course that's another charge.
Separate, bro. If it's a totally separate issue, but if it pertains to something like you,
and
that's just where your integrity
he told
comes.
them straight up it was a loose wire on the timer. I was like, dude,
could have just
could have made something up, honestly.
Yeah, and just
somebody's going to be really interactive with me.
He is. He's ready. He's like, hey, he wants some screen time. You know what I mean?
He's had enough screen time.
He ain't showed them nuts yet.
Oh, he's proud of them. He'll show them to you.
I don't blame him. You know, I would be too. You know what I'm saying? But then we get caught up in a lawsuit, and then we got a problem. You know?
Yeah, that was my whole point. They give us all a bad name because I hate hearing about it.
Yeah, those are the only ones. None of the good shit really gets.
No, that's what I hate.
But we all do it to an extent.
Nobody says like, nobody
Yeah.
says like, oh, this company came out and got us cooling in the middle of the night, or got us
As long as
cooling
you
on
just
a
give them
hot
that
day.
Google review, bam, hey, hit me with that Google review. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That way
If
people
I
can
have a
see that.
customer that's praising me, telling me I did such a good job, I may ask them to leave a Google review. If you really feel that way, you can help me out by leaving a good
That's
review.
what I say. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into that too now.
These Google Boost cards, man, and it's just a NFC. You just tap it to their phone, it opens it up, and it goes right to your Google page. That way, because we have we're fixing it now, but in Service Titan, you send a link. Like I got 700 5-star reviews through Service Titan. Could you imagine if those were on fucking Google, bro? Like we'd be at the top. Our SEO would be like fucking sick, but it wasn't turned on to optimize that shit, and it's only in Service Titan. But anyways, we finally got it turned on.
So you have like a rating in Service Titan?
Yeah. So it's like when I'll have to show you guys. So like when we hit dispatch, it'll say, hey, your technician Jake's on the way. Jake is 3rd generation tech. He does this, that, and a third. You're in good hands, bada bing. And it kind of gives them almost like a little backstory and a picture of you. So when you show up, they know what they're looking for. You know what I mean?
Cool.
But when you end the job previously, it would just send them a link for Service Titan reviews instead of Google. So, but
I was about to say 700 on Google is really good.
Right? Yo, we'd be, damn, bro. 5 stars too, boy. It was 646. I ain't gonna lie, but I round up.
I don't think I have, but
I do the same.
8 or 9 reviews, and they're all good except for one. This guy complained. He said he knew what the problem was within 15 minutes, but he still charged me for an hour.
Oh my god. Yo, they always be. Oh my god. I'll read like some old. I'll go through companies ones and read them, and I'm like, I can see why. Like you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason the customer needs to be that much of an ass to give them a low review. I'm like, oh, it's always they charged me for this when I didn't. It's like, bro.
No, when do people mostly leave reviews? It's like, unless you ask them for it, it's when they're upset. Yeah, when they're upset or they want something for free,
Yeah, and like as long as they take that, we had one instance. We got one bad one right now, and it's not even us. It says a guy named Bobby was harassing him on Facebook. We don't have a Bobby, okay? like, and obviously we can't do nothing about it. We asked him to contact us, so we'll hit it. Well, it'll take a minute through Google to do it, but it's on there right now, so it kind of sucks. But since we started with Busy, it's I want to say we got 16 5 stars, so we're slowly
You know, if you have a review that is obviously a personal attack, has nothing to do with the business, you can contact Google and they can take it out.
Admonish that shit, bro.
Yeah, I just got into it. Well, Jobber started offering it. I'm like, why not? You know, I was trying to whole marketing
all
thing
day,
this
bro.
year with we got like a marketing team and everything working on some stuff.
Yeah, who's your?
Well, you know the dude.
I know.
I'm waiting for our website. Hopefully that's going to be up soon. It's been a while, but I already contacted him.
Hell yeah.
It looks dope, but I'm waiting on it.
My website and all that stuff, all that effort I put into that was a waste of time.
Hey.
It was.
I just wanted to look professional. I mean,
yeah,
that's
bro.
my main, right?
Sure.
You Google our company name. I want everything to be like there. So we started the review thing through Jobber. We've already got like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. Even the one that we took over, like I said, the one that we just did the change up for, they were so happy that they just went and left a review once they found out that we had a that built in.
That's the best, though, bro. To be honest,
that's how happy they were.
Yeah, that's like, bro, I like just going on there like during the day just to see. Like even when I worked at other places, I would see if they left reviews, and like when you see your name, it makes you. Because I always tell, this is what I always told the customers, bro. Like, it's obviously I'm repping another company. Like when I was working somewhere else, I'm like, look, it's their brand, it's their company. Like, but my name's here too. So like, if say I go somewhere, if the other company does their due diligence, they'll look up reviews, they'll see my name if it's good or bad. You know what I mean? So I was like, my name's as much on this as theirs. You know, but not everybody has that same thought
reputation.
Process,
Yeah, it's a reputation. Like Mike says, you ever get the customer? It's like, thank God you showed up rather than the other guy.
Oh yeah, I love it. Right?
If they say that to me, I don't know what to say.
But who the hell's the other guy? The guy that would work, that he used to work for me, who would take my work. That guy, Kurt.
You know, sometimes they'll say, you know, the last guy out said it was this, and I'm like,
I do the same shit. I'm like, that was me. Like
that was me.
like I don't know, but yeah. I'm like, yeah, oh yeah. And then like I have to walk them back through. Like, see, I remember last time I was here, I told you this, because they'll like try to like almost in a sense like manipulate what you told them. And I'm like, there it is.
That's like I know what I said.
I'm not even trying to do that.
I know. I think it's the black background now. I don't know.
You need more lighting, Jake.
Yeah. No.
There you go.
Let me get the fireworks.
How'd that work?
Light up your world like it's the 4th of July. And Uncle Sam. Sorry.
Oh, I did a Instagram video with Rockin' in the USA.
Love it.
Yeah, but I
feel like the guys that are doing these Instagram videos, they're all doing a short selection of music that they're choosing from. I'm choosing from music all the way back.
But yeah, bro, of course,
all the way up to now.
But that's what helps apparently with the algorithm and all that good shit. If like you have a song that's like popular amongst the trending, it'll be in that.
Yeah, I tried that for a while. I hate that. Like I've done like what you did, Kurt. I'm trying to go away from the music a little bit because I was using it. I feel like I was using it too much, but
I love the music. Yeah, man.
I did one like stuff that I would listen to, right? Like Mike Jones.
Who?
That one, when I posted that, I was like, oh my God, I forgot about this song. I love it. Like I like to put like stuff that I used to listen to.
I went down a rabbit hole like probably about a month ago, just downloading old. I had some Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, little scrappy. I was like, yo, but got some Yin Yang Twins in there. I'm like, man, I ain't listening to this shit because they're not. They were popping at the time, but they didn't have a sustainable lead.
Yeah, you forget how many.
Yeah, bro, like Young Jock for a minute. You know.
Y'all know there was a song I put on. It was either a short or an Instagram video.
Classic.
Y'all ain't gonna believe the song I put on there.
Give us a hint. Just a hint real quick.
It's called The Bad Touch. You know what it is?
Doesn't sound good.
It's that song that says, you and me, baby, we ain't nothing but mammals.
Oh, I did see that
one.
So let's do
I was
it
surprised
like
that you used it.
Yo, the what the hell was their name? The what boy? Or
I was like, this is Kurt?
Yeah. Something Wild Gang, something gang. What was the name of them? Bloodhound Gang. Yeah. Bro, they had some goofy shit.
Oh my god! I like the song. And I'm gonna throw it in there, see if anybody comments about it.
What's
Oh, I'm
up,
gonna tell you
Comfort?
something else I do. I've been doing this for years now, and almost nobody gets it. I will make a reference to a song in my thumbnail. Now it might be from
I heard
1979,
that. I heard the ooh that smell a few times in there, Kurt.
and nobody comments about it. I've done train. I've done. Can you smell?
I've only
smell?
caught it a couple times, I think. Yeah.
But I'm making references to music, and nobody ever comments about it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they just love you. That's why they just don't
They're
think
just
that
invested in
adapt
the
to
job.
the. Yeah, they're just not adapt to the music. They're just give me the work.
Well, part of me is thinking like the train, that old Blackfoot song. Today's generation never heard that song,
Yeah,
or if they have,
Dude,
I mean, I don't know.
dude. Yeah, don't
I
Don't
walked
even
up
get
in
me
the house
started.
today. A lady, she was jamming out to some George Jones. I
I
was
was
like,
gonna say,
okay.
like anything that we listened to, like myself 20 years ago, is now like a classic.
Yeah, right. Isn't it? That's true,
That
bro.
hurts.
Yeah, it hurts, but it's cool, man. I can't let my kids listen to it, but you know,
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah. Like some of the music back then was really
yeah,
bad.
it was really bad. Yeah,
Somebody's asking what kind of music I listen to. I listen to all kinds of stuff.
but he's a Pantera kind of guy.
I do like Pantera.
I figured you would.
But I also like listening to some reggaeton,
Reggaeton.
and I like sometimes I pull up on Pandora. I'll pull up like on club music.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I've heard you get down to that dubstep.
I listen to all kinds of stuff.
You got that heavy metal to be playing in there sometimes because your music will be on, and it's very eclectic. It seems, you know.
I listen to all kinds of stuff.
I didn't know Pandora was still a thing.
Oh yeah, that's the way.
I talked to somebody else about that.
Yeah,
too.
bro. My Pandora playlist is still saved and it's a great playlist. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't go away from it. I can't start over now. So I just use Apple Music though.
Metallica's still going strong.
I know that's right. Metallica, what late the 80s, bro? I mean,
Yeah,
they even got Nirvana
music.
though on some of the classic rock shit, and they were like
you know,
early 90s.
I'm sorry, but what they call
right.
classic rock needs to quit playing this crap from the 70s. We're tired of hearing it.
It's old enough.
That's why I listen to Pandora. I don't want to listen to the radio. That's all they play.
Yeah.
I stopped listening to the radio like long ago.
Hell yeah. I still like just sometimes like the vibe of the radio.
Mike is an 80s metal fan.
I kind of grew up on 80s metal because I was playing the drums, and that's just what I was into.
Right.
Kurt had the long hair, was doing tattoos.
Nope, I didn't have long hair. I had my drums,
cigarettes.
Our little garage band that couldn't figure out how to end a song.
G minor, always not. It's just make it.
But I got into 80s metal because the drum part was hard to play.
Hell yeah.
Like pop music, though, it was just like simple little stuff. Like they could hire a band for a concert.
Yeah, straight up. You know, I only like Drake when he wants to get into battle mode, though. That's the only time. I did like Drake before Drake was like what he is, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like I used to listen to a lot of stuff. I don't know. I guess it was called like underground, like mixtapes and stuff.
You're in Texas though, bro. That was like the underground capital, son.
Hall Wall.
Yeah, dude.
Houston guys.
Fucking
that was good.
UGK, all that shit.
You ever get into any Tex-Mex?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
I just know the food.
Those pistoleros.
Oh yeah, that's all we grew up on, and then like even at barbecues, barbecues and get-togethers, and my mom was a big Selena fan. Like that's all I heard growing up. That was
Selena, R.I.P. You know.
Yeah, but riding with my dad when he would every now and then take us, to school and stuff. It was the classic rock. That's how I got into that too. He got me into like Metallica, AC/DC, all the classics.
Led Zeppelin, Marshall Tucker, right? Jethro Tull, Leonard Skinner. No, lead, bro. The greatest. Let the lead.
Dude.
Come on.
Dude,
I know they're.
If you've heard it like every day for 30 years, you get tired of it.
I could still listen to Stairway to Heaven right now, bud.
Oh,
that and what's that? Freebird. Just put all day. I mean, you might listen to it twice. That's about it because of how long they are. But
I just got into a recent Slayer bender, Jason. I had it on my playlist.
solid. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what the last thing that I had playing on was.
Pink
I think we did this
Floyd.
before. This was fun. Oh, Pink Floyd.
Oh,
you know,
I forgot about
I kind of like this new song. Good. Y'all heard it? Well, it's like big on TikTok, but
I forgot the dude's name.
It's like a white dude.
Yeah, he has like. I found him on Spotify. I found it on Spotify. Yeah,
this was the last one I had. It's got that like little '60s disco, like Starsky and Hutch vibe.
I grew up on a lot of disco too. My parents are big into disco, so I liked a lot of disco, funk. You know, that kind of music.
All that stuff was good, man. Like everything is. I mean, music's music, man. That's why it's like good.
I have to. Everything I do, I have to have music playing. That's just the way I grew up, and that's the way I still am. Right? You know, I'll have a little speaker and play some music, and it's gonna be something different every time.
Yep. Yeah, just put that joint on shuffle. It'll be DMX 1 second, and might go through some gospel stuff the next, and then you know what I mean. We're gonna definitely have some George Strait mixed in with Eminem. It just keeps going.
Practical gadgeteer Jake just proved he likes good music.
That's all right. I like all music. You know what I mean?
Hey, I think Eminem has a retirement album coming out.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Nah, he can still spur his bars.
Album? How old is he now?
50.
Like 50 something.
Yeah.
He's
a clone though. Yeah, what you got last? Oh, come on.
Hold on. Hold on.
Van Halen, 1980.
That's all. You gotta let me, dude. I was gonna say Van Halen. Come on, I knew it. Were you more of a Hagar kind of guy, or?
Yeah.
Because
what's his name? David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
He's a little bit of a
kind of a douche.
Skis ball. Yeah.
Jason just knocking out all these
bro. Alternative 90s. Come on now. Some Bush, Nirvana, like Smashing Pumpkins, shit like, you know what I mean? Sublime though, it's definitely got that type of
what happened to music?
Yeah.
Like used to be good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I like music. That was a good conversation, guys. Yeah. Ended on a light note.
Waylon and Willie.
Oh yeah, you can't go
country.
That's it. You know what? I just about a couple months ago I downloaded the deep cuts because on Apple Music they got the essential playlist and all that stuff. Yeah, I went down. I got some George Jones there, some Waylon, you know what I mean? Then it goes into some Toby's. I go through my phases and then I get my crunk music going, you know.
Like, I'm gonna tell you, I never really liked Willie Nelson. I didn't like his music.
Yeah. But
that time that he put out an album to pay his taxes, I thought that was just funny as
my man. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, fuck it. There's y'all familiar with Zach Bryan? Country-ish. He's like a newer guy. I
think so.
Wait a minute. I think he's coming to concert here.
Probably. He's kind of gone big, but he has one more. Like his newest song just went. He's like a country singer, but like independent, like folk country, indie country. Anyways, but his label just released it to a pop radio instead of country, and he was like all fired. Like he didn't sit well because they didn't ask him. He was like, "Fuck it," and he's just gonna write his last album because he writes music like this. Because he only owes him one more and then he's out of it. It kind of reminds me of the same deal with Willie there. It's like, fuck, I'll just put together a piece of shit album so I can get out of this deal. You know what I mean? I mean, it'll still probably be good, but you just won't put as much time and effort, I guess.
Mike B music in the 80s when
Mike,
you
you
can get
sound
a
like
ticket for
sounds like
16.
my uncle, bro. Like, yeah, he would always talk about that shit.
One of the first real concert I went to was
Saw Rush.
Bon Jovi and Skid Row.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Slap
the
of the
first one I
bass.
ever went to.
Slapping the bass.
And Bon Jovi put on a show. That was pretty good. And then after that, it was like Kiss and
Solid.
Kiss
Yeah.
put on
yeah.
a good show.
Oh yeah, they were just definitely theatrical.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, it's all about the show.
Whatchamacalls it? I go in a supply house. We got this dude Gary. Shout out Gary. He's like really into like that, like I guess pop culture, movies, music. And he's big on the Beatles. And I'm like, and there's this old guy, Koolin. He's a little bit. He's like, fuck the Beatles, a bunch of fags. You know what I mean? And he's like, the Beach Boys are better. And he's like, how do you think the Beach Boys got, their start? And he's like, Colin's like, look it up or whatever. And the Beach Boys were a year before the Beatles. You know what I mean? Because it goes, so who copied who? It was just fun.
You know something? I got to say, Ringo Starr is probably one of the most famous drummers out there.
Yeah.
But he ain't no good.
Right. This is just like they just had a good time, bro. Like, I don't know.
I mean, he's just an average guy doing average
They
stuff.
definitely had. Hey, they had the marketing team behind them. Anybody, if you have a good team behind you, you're gonna be all right. You know, we need a good marketing push.
Oh yeah.
Who's gonna sponsor us?
I actually got a couple emails. Like people are watching, so we'll see what comes of that.
So maybe we need to quit talking about music
and talk about tools. Well,
bro, right?
Today at the Insco thing, I did get to try out. I'm not sponsored by NAVAC or anything like that, but I did get to try out their hydraulic bender.
Yeah.
So they just came out with
battery joint.
No,
so they got like a squeeze, like
yeah. So I was complaining yesterday. I mean, that call, like I said, took us a long time, and I had to make some 90s on 7/8, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have the Helmore bender. I don't know what you guys have, but I have the Helmore
yellow jacket.
Mine gets stuck. It gets hard on the 7/8, like to pump it and to get it all the way at the 90.
Crimples it around the edges.
Yeah, they all do that.
Yeah, you're supposed to like put some oil on it, like WD-40 or something, and it should help it smooth out when it's doing it.
So
I always forget.
Is what it is.
I always forget, so I never do it. But it's hard enough to get the 90 on it, right? I'm there trying with both hands to get it to fully bend a 7/8.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And then the little lever to release is so small, like I can't get my
that little green joint on that.
Yeah. So like you got to use 1 or 2 fingers, and I don't have enough strength to do it like that. So I always get channel locks and like snap it, right?
Yeah.
And then to release the pipe gets stuck in the little.
Yeah, you gotta feed it.
Yeah, that's what I was like trying to find something I wouldn't damage, so I could like smack it off. But I tried the NAVAC one.
For me. My yellow jacket hard to use.
Oh, okay. Well, I tried the NAVAC one, and it was so simple. I did it with one hand. Released it, the pipe came right out.
Hell yeah! I mean, like I said, I used the yellow jacket. I get pretty good use out of it. I got the color coded one, so I've had it for 5 years or so. It's held up really well. I mean,
have y'all heard of anybody having problems with the hydraulic swagers?
I never used them.
I have the NAVAC one.
I just used the one in the drill.
You have any problems with it?
No, I specifically got theirs because it does not require any maintenance either. Because the other ones you're supposed to change out the fluid and stuff. What?
Well, I've heard people talking about problems with them, and my swager has just got great big old handles.
The big boy, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's all jacked up and shit. Like, what's up, boy?
Dude, I'm getting old. I'm starting to get pains in my elbows and my knees.
Speaking of which, dude,
my knees hurt every day.
Yeah, I jacked my arm up. I'm such a bitch, bro. Like, I'm so tired of this, man. Like, it just always seems like something at some point. Like, you're starting to feel good, you feel a little bit better, and then all of a sudden, like, something.
Yeah, so I've had I don't think I've had any other brand. I've just had the NAVAC one. My brother, when I sent him to go do a couple of I just sent him to do one coupling. he cracked like 3 of them, and then he finally is like, man, it took me a while. So I guess on like quarter and maybe 3/8, like if you don't, do it carefully, you can crack them. But like I've never had an issue with them.
Yeah.
I'm coming from the old block where I would just like crank them out, and I've always done it, pretty good. So I never had issues with any of them. The hydraulic one, personally, I go about halfway, release it, turn it a little bit, and
Yeah.
complete it. That way I don't have any issues, because you do get the ridges inside, and that's what I think what causes the cracks.
Yeah, and the other swager, the hand one, you know what I'm talking about, where it just squeezes
Oh
open.
yeah.
But do you have the big one or the? I know they make small ones now.
It's about this big.
Yeah,
I
think
That's what she said.
Huh?
That's what she said.
Oh.
I think Navac has one of those too, actually.
Well, I used that for a long time, and it deforms the pipe, and then you got to go in and try to straighten it out. And
I just use the spin ones that go in the drill. They're really good. You put it in a hammer drill instead of an impact. Use the hammer drill, so it's better. The torque and all that.
Yeah,
that's what I use.
But you don't.
I try putting
hammer, do you?
Huh?
You put it on hammer?
Yeah, of course. No.
Well, you said hammer. Well, that's why.
No, but I use it because the clutch, so I can.
You have to have a certain torque on those, or they won't work.
The Rector Seal, I have those, and they're impact rated. They have the 1/4-inch hex, but it doesn't work as good. Like, because you're like, and you can just see it going like around the copper. You're like, stupid.
Oh yeah. I always wondered about that. I have the spin ones. I forget who makes those.
Yeah, it's spin. Isn't that the name? I think that's who it is. The blue one, the blue box.
Yeah, I know, but I think it might be like Diversitech or something.
Maybe
because Diversitech also has Helmore and all those.
Oh, they do. Okay. Oh, that's true. That's true.
Packard, yeah.
Solid.
That's why I always tell people, like, a lot of the stuff you have, it's probably the same damn company.
True story.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I was impressed with the bender. I have I bought the battery powered tube expander, so I mean it
easy, yeah.
It is what it is, right? You pay for it, but like it is nice. Like when
I love their flaring tool.
I have their flaring tool too, even though I hardly use it. I had to buy it.
I don't have any other tools
frequently, and I like it. It's nice.
A lot of them
it makes getting a good flare really easy.
You put the oil on. I don't have my supply houses don't carry them, so yeah.
I tell people, like, if you are worried about cracking or anything like that, just put a little bit of oil on there. There's like I have like a Subco one.
Just spit on it.
Yeah. I have the Subco one with the spout.
Yes.
No. I had to use a reverse attachment to get the bend coming out of the wall that came out.
Nice.
And to hook it up to the condenser, because like the way they had it went like up and
they gotta do.
What are you talking about? Reverse bender attachment.
So it goes on top of the bars of your bender, so
it makes it
bend it the opposite. Yeah, so you can get into a tighter spot and all.
So like if you have a pipe coming out of the wall and you want to bend it down, you can't fit the machine underneath it, right? So you're on the outside.
Need it to come out. Yep.
Yeah, you're on the outside, and it'll bend it the other way.
That's pretty.
The Yellow Jacket sells it separately, Kurt. You can buy the. Just look up reverse. Hillmore comes with it though, I think.
No,
you
gotta buy it.
Somebody. Oh, it might be CPS then. Somebody had it. Like
a guy maybe. There's one. Yeah, there's probably one that does.
And I was like, man, whatever. Because when I bought the Yellow Jacket, he's like, oh, it doesn't. It was my homeboy Sean, a Jamaican cat. He was like, oh, it doesn't come with the reverse. I'm like, I don't care, Sean. It's made in USA, it says.
But, so it says.
You're right. I'm like, I don't know. Yellow Jacket says. I'm
Jason, you didn't test it well enough, man. I was a tester for Hillmore back in 2013, 14.
Is this legit?
It has to be.
What's he just saying? He's like, well, I didn't know if he used it instead of that shit sucked and he stopped using it because.
Well, he'll let us know right now.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the green, I hate the color.
I had a Helmore or the Bender, and I had a Helmore leak detector that actually was pretty good.
I didn't know they had that either. Like, you know what I mean?
My brother really liked their stuff, so he went out. I think he wanted like the gauges and like all the tools.
Well, yeah, no, they hit the supply houses hard. Like once they,
I was gonna say before Navac, like it was all Helmore.
Yeah, that was like the big.
Well, they did have some good gauges, and their hoses seem to be pretty good when I buy them. But I haven't tried much of anything else that Hillmore has.
Yeah, I think they were good. It's just that now you have more options. I have been pretty impressed with Navac, so I might try more of their stuff.
Yeah, their booth
and they got
cool
the
stuff over there.
And they got those
new
like
hoses.
I haven't. Oh, they had them there. They're nice.
Yeah, the 3/4. I gotta get them bitches, and they don't have the pieces on the end like the True Blues where you gotta fit it to where you need it. They're like, although I've had a bad experience with one.
What are y'all talking about?
The Navac vacuum hose. They got a 3/4 one. Kurt, tell us.
I don't even use my blue one anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
it was the Navac 1/2-inch hose.
That's the one I had an issue with.
I've still got mine. I thought I'd thrown it away, but
me too. I put it on offer up.
It was impossible to replace the gasket in the 1/4-inch side.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. So it ruined the whole thing. I mean, you can't replace the gasket, and the gasket that was in there was all doubled up.
Yeah, it's like
so thick as hell. The specs on it are too tight. You can't fit it in there.
Yeah, I wrote into them for you, so see if they get back to me.
Well, I know Brad. If I don't have an issue, I always give him shit for things.
Yeah, to say what's up to Brad. Be like, hey, Brad. I mean, I have a video where like the first use of it, the little coupler piece on the end of the 1/4-inch popped off as I was doing the vacuum. I'm like, seriously, Navac?
There goes your vacuum.
Yeah,
dude. I had one the other day.
Brian has the gauges, and he managed to crack something on one of the fittings, or like the hanger where you put the hose. Or where you store the hoses. He cracked something, and I was like, Brad, somebody managed to break your shock resistant gauges, and I don't know why. He's like, what? No way. So I sent Brian over to him, and he replaced it.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure. He's like, don't worry about it, you know.
I took a I was doing a job, and for whatever reason I took it. I did an install just a couple weeks ago, and I lost one of the straighters as I was doing the vacuum, so I had a spare core tool, so I took the straighter out of that and put it in the one I lost. And then for the next install, I'm pulling the vacuum using that valve core. I didn't realize I put my micron on that bitch, and I'm like, why the fuck ain't this shit going down? I just hear it go, sucking through that port, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm like, and I just see all the moisture coming through the pump, and I'm like, I'm like a dumbass. You know what I mean?
I think we've all done it.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Well, Jason answered. He left a negative review, and that was the end of that.
See, he was a tester because it sucked. That's why. No.
Let me see. Hillmore makes the worst metal snips I've ever used.
Solid.
Midwest. And then Jason says his tour reviews were ridiculous. You needed 4 pages of write up, I guess.
Oh no shit! It's like
all that extra work
essay. I ain't got time for this. Yeah.
Liliana, hello. Hola.
See that? Hey.
What do you guys prefer? What do you guys use or prefer, field piece or fluke? Oh, I had that as one of my topics the other week.
I have both, but I generally just reach for my field piece. I have the 902 FC, and it's not as like the response isn't as fast as the field piece. 480.
I prefer the field piece. I do.
I don't work on like big commercial electrical stuff, like, you know what I mean?
That's what I always tell people, because the reason I had it written down. Maybe we'll get into it next time. Like I did a video for something, and then like a bunch of fluke people just came at me.
They're diehards,
and I was like,
bro.
Yeah, I was like, it does what I needed to do. I had field piece for 17 years, And I think some of them accuse me of being sponsored and this and that.
Yeah.
I'm like, Field Piece doesn't pay me crap. I've
Yeah.
had them since I started. No issue, right? It does what I needed to do. I like the form factor of it. It does everything, you know. Why am I going to complain? The Fluke, my dad has Fluke. He's into that.
That's my dad. Yep.
That's what he prefers. I tried to give him a Field Piece one time, but he went back to Fluke. It doesn't fit in my bag the way I would want it to either. Like there's different things, you know.
Yeah.
The 680 is kind of big, but I just like it.
Everybody likes the 480. I prefer the 680 too.
Yeah.
I have them both, and I keep going back to the 680. I just like it.
Oh, I am.
It's the girth for me. It's just
that's how I am too, because I always want to downsize. I'm like, I don't know, just I prefer to use the other one.
I like being able to twist it. You can clamp it
pop it
and twist it so you can see
pull
it.
Pop it.
Pop it.
Pull it. Twist it. Come on, damn it, Kurt.
I don't know that one.
I've been trying to give hints to Tony and Field Piece and everything. Like, I don't understand why the other two don't have a lead storage though. That's the only thing. The 680 has where you can slide the leads in the back, and I actually use that a lot.
True story. Yeah,
I ripped one of my bags with the lead.
What bag? Had to be one of them Huskies or something. Had to be one in there.
It was a bag that had. It was a bag that had warranty, and they sent me out another one.
Son of a bitch.
Didn't tell them how it ripped, but
Yeah. Damn. No, I have the other one. The first one I bought was I'm gonna say the HS33. Where it's got all those stupid attachments. It's got the thing in the back for it too.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Which is it's unique. It like
meter is an attachment on that one.
Yeah, dude. I wish they would have like put the leads down the bottom, and then you could still just swap out the attachments. Like that's just what made it a great meter instead of the leads being in the same position where you put the attachments.
You know something? I had that meter and I had to repair it because where the attachments go in, a solder joint broke, and I had to go back in and solder it back up because you're plugging stuff into it all.
Yeah, in and out. Yeah.
And I ended up giving that one to my dad.
Yeah. Cool part is like when you could attach your leads to it and then put the amp inside and bring the leads outside. That was unique feature. But you had the anemometer and all that stuff that you could attach to it.
Yeah. I never had that one. I had the LT16A, which was similar, but the attachments. So that one they just went on top, right? Okay. So on the one that I had, you would use the two leads and then put your attachment on the leads.
Yeah.
That's the one that I started with.
I just bought it because it was the most expensive. I'm like, that's got to be the best. You know what I mean?
And it's like, and then they're like, oh, so many attachments you can do like everything.
Yeah,
you know something?
Became a pain in the
first meter
ass.
I bought was a UEI.
I think we've talked about that.
And you didn't like it, right?
Well, it told me there was no voltage there.
Oh yeah.
But
I would throw that out.
You didn't check the ground.
Back, I was a green tech. I probably didn't test the ground, and I may have just had one leg, and it reads 0.
Oh yeah.
So I was a green tech. It's probably my fault that I got.
But you're like,
but ever since then,
screw you, guy.
Maybe we'll pick one up and just test it out. I kind of like the little form factor. I like the way their amp clamp is kind of shaped. I like that about the Testo. I had a Testo, but I broke it. But I like the way they're.
I think Navac has a damn meter now too.
Probably they're coming out with a lot.
I know Testo does. What's his name? HVAC Technology used to have one, and he broke it.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, we did the same thing. The slide down. Yep, that was a good one.
Curtis getting shocked.
No. Hey, I didn't get shocked today, so it was a good day.
Today was a good day.
Good guy. You must have been late today. I had a change out.
Bad guy.
Compressors. I gotta go. I kind of rescheduled it. I have a duct. I have to fix a return on a duct. It just fell off. In a drop ceiling, like an RTU.
Yeah.
The return, I was like, man, why isn't this thing cooling? Right? Everything on the roof is good. We're getting we're cooling up there. We're getting sweating back to the compressor. You know, charge is right. Get in the ceiling, and I'm like, oh, there it is. There's no. The return is missing the whole bottom piece to it.
That'll do it.
Yeah, so I got to go back to that one tomorrow.
Hell yeah. Dropped a
All
little
right,
mini
guys.
off to get wrapped today, by the way, y'all. Yep. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, all
we'll
right.
have the mini B be driving around soon.
Pictures when that comes out.
Yeah.
That'll be dope. We have one that has been in the shop. Well, not in the shop. It's been there. We need to get it fixed because something's wrong with the computer.
Damn it.
But it's one of those connects or whatever it is.
Yeah.
When we finally have time to get it fixed, we'll get it wrapped.
That's it. I like it.
Anything else, or you guys want to sign off?
That was a
What time?
fantastic show. What time? The Kurt's having a good old time. He ain't even ready for bed yet.
Riley's probably already asleep.
Yeah, he's probably asleep on the couch by now.
Yeah, buddy.
All
Great
right,
show.
guys. I think we'll sign off. Thanks everybody for coming out. We'll see you guys next time.
Later.